You've got the freshly released Garmin Venu 2 Plus, an awesome looking sport/smartwatch with a bunch of cool features. Now with this one we finally have built-in GPS and a mic, which we didn't have with the Garmin Venu 2. Now we also have offline music via Spotify, we have a super bright AMOLED display with a battery life up to 9 days, and a lot of other cool features. Now before we start with the video, let me introduce myself. Hey folks, my name is Leonard, you're watching a product reviewer, and that's me. So the Garmin Venu 2 was released just about half a year ago, and now we finally have the second generation of it, the Garmin Venu 2 Plus. In my opinion, it is the best looking smartwatch that Garmin made so far. And today we will look at the top 10 features this watch has to offer. So like I already mentioned, we can download music from Spotify right to our watch. And it's not only singing music tracks, but whole playlists and podcasts as well. And all we need to do for that is to download Spotify on our smartwatch and hook up our Spotify premium account with it, and we're ready to go. Now if you open up Spotify, you can check out all of the playlists and tracks that you have already downloaded and listen to them without having your smartphone nearby, which is perfect whenever you want to go for a run. By clicking on Add Music, you can download some more playlists just by tapping the little green add icon. By the way, you can skip a track, go back a track, play and pause, and adjust the volume, just in case you was wondering. A new feature that was added to the Garmin Venu 2 Plus is or are the voice assistant. So depending on which voice assistant your smartphone is using, your smartwatch will use the same one. So by long pressing the middle button on the side of the watch, you will activate the voice assistant and you can start asking her anything you want to. You can start phone calls, you can start workouts. So let me give you some examples right quick.
Call Eric Winkler.
Calling Eric Winkler.
And that takes me right to the next feature, which is the on-wrist calls. So the Garmin finally caught up to the other smartwatches like the Galaxy Watch 4 or the Apple Watch 7, and we have a built-in mic and a speaker so we can call our friends right from our wrist. So by long pressing the lower button on the watch, we get to our settings, and right here we can click on phone. And right here we can either punch in a number on the dial pad and start a call, or we can look into our contacts and call someone from over there. Now we can just plug in our earbuds and start talking. Now if you was wondering how good the microphone of the watch is, I talked to some friends and they all told me that they understood me as if I was on a smartphone. So I guess that's good enough. Next up we got our notifications. And we get notifications from just about every app on our smartphone. We are only able to quick reply to calls and messages, and we are not able to write our own text. But at least we can customize our quick reply answers. In the Garmin app, in text responses, we can choose reply for calls and messages, and even add some new ones if you don't like the pre-existing ones. Just click on the blue plus icon on the top right corner and type anything you want to use for a quick reply. Not quite perfect if you compare it to other big smartwatches, but it's not bad either. One of the most important parts of any sport or smartwatch is the battery life. And the same goes for the Garmin Venu 2 Plus. Now in comparison to its older model, the Garmin Venu 2, battery life decreased from 11 days to 9 days. Now I can say during my testing I got to a few other numbers. So I got quite a few notifications, had the always in display mode turned on, and I did quite a few workouts with the GPS turned on and with the GPS turned off. And I got about 2 to 3 days out of it. Now 2 to 3 days isn't that bad if you compare it to other smartwatches like the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 or the Fossil Gen 6. And also, charging it for only 10 minutes lasts for about a whole day. And that's quite awesome. Now if you got that far into the video, please smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you like my content and if you want to help me out a little bit. Also click the notification bell to never miss out on any new content, and let's get to the next point. So let's talk about the design of this watch, and this watch is a beauty. It has a 43 by 43 by 12.6 millimeter stainless steel case and back, which is making this watch look like a very high quality product, which it is. You have a 20mm silicone strap with a quick release feature, so you can change bands anytime you want to. It is water resistant up to 5 ATM, has a 1.3 inch color touch display with a resolution of 416 by 416 pixel, and the screen is protected with the Corning Gorilla Glass 3, which is known for its toughness and durability. On one side of the watch we have our microphone for calls, and on the other we have 3 physical buttons, one more than the previous model has. The middle button is customizable and can be connected to any of your health apps and features for a quick launch. By tapping it, I will get to my Spotify, and long pressing it takes me to the voice assistant. The lower button always takes me back to the previous page or to the main menu. And the top one opens up all of our sport modes or opens up the menu. One great feature of the Garmin Venu 2 Plus are the new safety features and the emergency assistant. Once you set one of your contacts as your emergency contact, you can call him or her anytime as soon as one of your safety features like the incident detection is triggered. In the older models you was only able to text, but now you can call them as long as your smartphone is nearby and connected to your watch. Now let's finally get to some sport modes, and overall you have 25 different ones to choose from. Now those are maybe not the 130 plus that you get on polar devices, but with these 25 you have the most common sports covered, like running, walking, cycling, swimming, and even winter and extreme sports. And my personal favorite, the strength training. Each of these sport modes is customizable, so you can set up to 3 different data screens and choose how many fields you want to have displayed during your workouts. Fields are just another word for metrics. You can set alerts, for example, if you hit a certain distance or heart rate. You have the auto pause function, which activates seconds after you stand still, and you can change the accent colors to another one. Now, I was not surprised as I was testing the built-in GPS, the step counter, and the heart rate monitoring. As I was testing the step counter, that was only off by like 6 steps on 1,000 steps overall, which is less than 1%. Also, the built-in GPS works exceptionally well. As we can see, the lines of it are very accurate. It might sometimes be a little bit off, but overall I'm very pleased with the performance of it. Like with every GPS, it works a little bit better in the park or in an open space than in the city. But that's pretty normal. And as for last, let's talk about the accuracy of the heart rate. So during my walking and strength workouts, I was comparing the Garmin Venu 2 Plus to my Huawei Watch 3, which was pretty accurate regarding the heart rate in my older comparison videos. And both watches almost showed me the exact same stats. Next up, we got our health features of the Garmin Venu 2 Plus. So like I already mentioned, you have a 24/7 heart rate monitoring that is working very good. You've got a sleep tracker that not only tracks your sleep duration and different sleep stages, but also your respiration rate, blood oxygen saturation, and your movement during the night, which is great since I didn't know that I was moving that much during the night. Next up, we've got our 24/7 SpO2 tracker, stress tracker, and respiration rate tracker, on which you all get to see more details if you swipe further down, like the average stats for the last 7 days. Now finally, let's talk about the price. And I know it's not a feature, but we still have to talk about it since this watch is not cheap by any means. On the official store right now, it will cost you 450 euro, which is making this watch the most expensive among all of the big brand names like Apple, Samsung, or Fossil. And it really doesn't have any extra features. So if you cut it down to like 350, it would be a way better deal. And folks, if you want to know more about the Garmin Venu 2, which I have right here, I got a video right here for you guys, and I compared this watch to the Galaxy Watch 4. So I got a video right here for you guys. And all that's left to say is see you the next time. Peace.